This is HBU Huskies softball. It's the 2017 season of HBU Husky softball on your home for Houston Baptist University Athletics, the Husky Sports Network. The Husky Sports Network is powered by the Legacy Sports Network, and HBU softball is brought to you by these corporate partners of HBU Athletics: Houston Federal Credit Union, the Memorial Hermann Healthcare System, Pepsi, IBEW Local 716, Firehouse Subs, Kolache Factory, HUB International, and Doubletree Suites Hotels. Right now, it's just about time for this game to get underway. So let's go out to the ballpark and get ready for some HBU Huskies softball.
Hi, everybody. Bill Cousins with you from Husky Field on the campus of Houston Baptist University in Southwest Houston, where today the Huskies will end the season against the Sam Houston State Bearcats. The Huskies eliminated yesterday from consideration for the top 6 positions to qualify for the Southland Conference tournament next week in Conway, Arkansas, but that's not the case with Sam Houston State. There are some scenarios where they might not make it if things don't go well for the Bearcats today. And we'll see what happens as the Huskies, Emily Mueller and Cece Bauer, play their senior day games here at Husky Field. I'll be back to have a chat with head coach Mary Ellen Hall coming up. You're listening to Husky Softball on the Legacy Sports Network.
I've been waiting for days to come like this, better than ever before. And now
we know travel isn't what it used to be. By the time you get where you're going, you've been through it all. So what if you knew there was a hotel that understands how hard your journey's been and spends all its time making up for it? At Doubletree by Hilton, with more than 325 wonderful destinations around the world, we welcome our guests with a warm chocolate chip cookie. Our cookie serves as a symbol of our commitment to turn every little detail of your stay into a delight, preparing every comfort with care, making every touch special and every gesture true. Giving that extra attention to the simple things, bringing humanity back to business and leisure travel, so you can reconnect, relax, play, focus, smile. Welcome to Doubletree by Hilton, where the little things mean everything.
The real story is I'm in here every morning and have sampled just about every kolache that they make here.
Bacon, egg, and cheese on wheat for me, and then the rest is for the office. So yes, I'll pick up every Friday. I'll stop by here and pick up some for my groups.
Well, I used to think it was just fruit-filled stuff, and then I came here and there's eggs and bacon and cheese and all kinds of good stuff in there. It's like a whole breakfast and a bun. It's great.
It's always a good thing if you can eat healthy and not know it.
When you drive down the street looking for something to eat, you're going to pass 5 places to buy a sandwich, 6 places to buy a burger. There's only one place you can get a kolache, and that's Kolache Factory. It's delicious. You're going to have people that try to copy you, but they're not going to do it as well. We know what we're doing. We've been doing it for 25 years. We do it the best, and our success proves that.
Houston's own Kolache Factory, the freshest, highest quality, best tasting kolaches in town. Over 50 Houston area locations and a proud partner of HBU Athletics.
All right, everybody, if this one doesn't get your toe tapping, check your pulse. You may be dead. Here it is, coming to you in living cola. Refreshing Pepsi Cola. From the wonderful folks who put the in cola. I'll be signing off now, because it's my bedtime. I'll catch you on the flip side. Be there.
This is the HBU Huskies Sports Network, powered by Legacy Sports.
This is the Huskies pregame show with Coach Mary Ellen Hall for the last time this year, Mary Ellen. It's been a season of ups and downs, and what are you taking away from the 2017 season? You're 26th as the boss.
I look back and I think of where we started, and I think that each player's grown. I mean, it didn't go the way we wanted. I think the rough start in conference hurt us. I think that we still had a chance this weekend. Says a lot about each of the 13, and their motto was 13 strong all year. And I'm just really excited for next year. We're really going to miss Emily and Cece, but 11 returners, and I really look forward to the experiences we had this year. Are definitely going to help us next year.
I have a taped interview of the two seniors that will play post-game. What are your enduring memories, first of Emily?
It's hard to talk about one and not the other, Emily came in and she had a great freshman year, and her middle 2 years were a little bit difficult, but I think of perseverance, I think of determination, and just wanting to always give her best and do her best, and I think that I couldn't be happier for the senior that she's had. I think she really rebounded and has a great year and led us on the mound and did everything and all the expectations that she had for herself. I think she's met.
And Cece has been leading hitter for most of the year, but she's been a great leader. What do you remember from the 4 years, really, of Cece?
A ball of motion, of energy, but no, she's a great young lady, and when she came here, she was a utility. She could play infield, she can play outfield. She hasn't pitched for us. She pitched in high school, but just her, never say die attitude, always cheerful, always upbeat, and I think that the others have fed off of that. And I just look back and I think of the two of them together, and I just think that they're exactly what HBU softball stands for. It's what they epitomize it to the T. They come in 4 years. We've not had 1 ounce of trouble or problems for either one of them. They're excellent students, they're excellent ball players, excellent teammates, but most importantly, excellent people.
Now, moving ahead, 11 returnees. What do we have to look forward to with a new class of Huskies coming in?
Well, it's always exciting when new freshmen hit the campus. Have some pitchers in that group, so I think that's definitely going to help. Have a lefty in that group, an outfielder. We'll probably have a catcher and maybe have another outfielder that we've just learned about. So I think it's going to be exciting. It's going to add to the mix. It'll be nice to have a little bit more than 13 next year. And again, we're adding just kind of the same type of young ladies, good students, good athletes, versatility. Probably 1 in that class that will only pitch, but the rest of them can do other things. So I think it's going to be exciting, and we're going to add 2 of them are from out of state.
Well, let me say, last time we'll chat pregame, thanks for all your patience with me over these last couple of years, and looking forward to bigger and better things in the future.
I think so. Thank you for your patience with me.
Mary Ellen Hall, the head coach of the Huskies. I'll be back with our starting lineups against Sam Houston State coming up. This is Husky Softball on the Legacy Sports Network.
Are you looking for a totally free checking account? Houston Federal Credit Union has it, and it's packed with free services like mobile banking with person-to-person transfers and mobile bill pay. And Houston Federal Credit Union is a proud supporter of HBU athletics. So stop by their office at 6808 Bentliff Drive and experience a better way of banking. Visit HoustonFCU.org for more information. Houston Federal Credit Union, the official credit union of HBU.
Houston Federal Credit Union is federally insured by NCUA.
The good news is America is coming back. More jobs, more building, more of what makes our country great. And more cities and towns, more small businesses and big corporations are choosing the highly skilled, highly trained members of the IBEW to do the work. The International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers is committed to doing the job right, on time, safely. America's making a big comeback, and the IBEW is proud to do our part.
At Memorial Hermann, we're many parts working in harmony, performing more brain and spinal surgeries than anyone in Houston, conducting groundbreaking research at our Misher Neuroscience Institute, establishing the region's largest network of certified stroke centers. Some might say this makes for an accomplished performance, but to us, it's all in a day's work. Memorial Hermann. Breakthroughs every day.
We're a little ahead of time here, so let's go ahead and give you their starting lineups real quickly. For Sam Houston State, the Bearcats 22-25 on the season. They're even in Southland play at 13-13, coached by the legendary Bob Brock. Here are the starting lineup for the Bearcats. Megan McDonald, the center fielder, is the leadoff hitter. Tiffany Thompson, the shortstop, bats second. Tori Korselman, the third baseman in the 3-hole. Hannah Marino will be the DP. She's the cleanup hitter. Cody Carpenter, the first baseman, bats fifth. Megan Crosby, the catcher, batting sixth. Ashley Getz, the left fielder, in the 7th spot. Emily Bounds will be the second baseman, batting eighth. Samantha Belangi will be the right fielder, batting ninth. And Taylor Atkinson, once again, will be in the circle for the Bearcats today. HBU, coached by Mary Ellen Hall, completing her 26th season here on Beech Nut. The Huskies are 17-25 on the season, 8-18 in Southland play. Heidi Hawkes, the leadoff hitter, behind the plate. Cece Bauer, the right fielder, bats second. Cassie James, the third baseman, bats third. Nicole Shedd in left field is the cleanup hitter. Libby Brown, the shortstop, will bat fifth. Megan Hires, the first baseman, will bat sixth. Then Shea Bibby gets the start at DP today. She's batting seventh. Demi Yannick, the second baseman, bats eighth. And Kay Schrader, the center fielder, in the 9th spot behind Emily Mueller, the senior from Converse Judson, starting second time today. She was the starter and the losing pitcher in that 3-0 defeat, first game of yesterday's doubleheader. Terry Peters is our plate umpire. Greg Shargaloff at first, and Will Blackman at third, calling yay and nay on stuff today. Stepping right in, Megan McDonald leading off, and she puts a bunt down, and it's going to be a base hit. Puts it down right in front of the plate, and it dribbles about a third of the way out to the mound. So quickly, McDonald gets on base. Brings up Tiffany Thompson, freshman shortstop, hitting .323 for the Bearcats. And she bunts, and this one's a little bit harder. Cassie James gets it over to Yannick. Sacrifice is successful. 5-4 on that put out, but getting to second was McDonald.
Number 23, Tori Korselman.
Tori Korselman, the senior third baseman, up now. And the first pitch she sees from Mueller is away for a ball. Next pitch up and away, ball two. Korselman, a senior from Huntsville High School, hitting .386. 9 doubles, 2 triples, a home run, 20 runs batted in. That pitch just outside, and it's a 3-0 count. Huskies wearing their blue tops with orange sleeves, white pants. That's a strike, and boy, Terry Peters took a while to think about it, as Korselman had waited and then started going toward first before the strike call was made. 3-1 the count. Ground ball, this is to Libby Brown. Holds a runner at second, so the first is in time, and there are 2 outs.
Number 16, Hannah Marino.
Now Hannah Marino comes up. Hannah, another senior from Huntsville. She's the DP today, hitting .327 had her 4th home run of the year yesterday. Scored a couple of runs. Takes a strike. There's a foul ball. Now Mueller's up in the count. No balls and 2 strikes. Yesterday, the Bearcats had 22 hits, including a season-high 17, the most given up in a game by the Huskies this year. That was in Game 2 in that 11-4 win. Another foul ball poked out of play. down the right field side. Marino was one of 5 Bearcats who had 500 batting average hit. She was 3 for 6. Tiffany Thompson was 4 for 8. Here's a ground ball foul. That was past Garrett Valise, the third base coach. Katie Adair is over at first. Still no balls and 2 strikes. McDonald with the leadoff bunt single at second. Here's a line drive. That's going to get in for extra bases. Nope, hold up at first is Hannah, but it's a RBI single for Marino, and the Bearcats jump out on top 1-0. Nobody scored in the first inning yesterday, but this is 1-0 game now. Cody Carpenter, the first baseman, steps in now. Sophomore from Montgomery, and she takes a strike. We're going to keep a close eye on 4 other venues today in Southland softball. There's a ground ball to the shortstop, and she goes the short way to Yannick. But the Bearcats get a run on a couple of hits in the top of the first inning and lead 1-0. This is Husky softball on the Legacy Sports Network.
Epic moments. Championship dreams. Share the experience with your family and friends. The 2017 NCAA Women's College World Series, June 1st through 7th at ASA Hall of Fame Stadium, OGE Energy Field in Oklahoma City. Visit ncaa.com/WCWS for your tickets today.
A firefighter's duty. Fighting fires, rescuing citizens, performing copious kettlebell exercises demands a daring degree of readiness. A degree of readiness achieved eating fulfillingly flavorful Firehouse subs. With premium carved meats and cheeses steamed to tasty magnificence, then piled onto toasted rolls. Is your footwear connected to your pants? No, it's not. Because you're not a firefighter. But you can be ready like one. Firehouse Subs, the hero of all subs.
Taylor Atkinson back in the circle for the Bearcats here in Game 3 of this 3-game series. Taylor saw action in both games yesterday. Was the starting pitcher with a complete game in Game 1. That was a 3-0 shutout. In the 2 games, 7 2/3 innings, 5 hits, 1 run, and 4 walks yesterday. On the season, she's 9-14 with a .277 earned run average. Leadoff batter for the Huskies, once again, Heidi Hawkes, the freshman from Wharton, steps in with a .289 average, completing her rookie year here at HBU and takes ball 1 down and away. Heidi was 1 for 7 in the doubleheader yesterday. Ball 2 is outside. Talked about what we're watching in Southland play. 3 teams have already clinched spots. That means there are 4 that are still trying to get in here on the last day. There's a ball down and away, and it's a 3-0 count. McNeese has clinched the #1 seed. Nichols and Lamar are also in. Sam Houston State right now stands 9.5 games behind McNeese. That pitch is a strike. It's 3-1. But they're a half game ahead of Southeastern, Central Arkansas, and Northwestern State. Those 4 battling for the last 3 spots. There's another call strike to Hawkes, and Atkinson has come back from a 3-0 count to fill the count at 3-2. In the games today, McNeese is at Southeast Louisiana. Stephen F. Austin, Abilene Christian, and Central Arc at Northwestern State. Foul ball fielded by Natalie Duran in the first base coaching box. Still 3-2. And we'll try to keep an eye on all of those games, and maybe Benji can tell me what they all mean sometime. Here's a pop-up. 3-2 pitch, and Carpenter comes in, makes the play about 15 feet in front of home plate. So there is one out, and here is Cece Bauer, senior from Refugio. And now we're going to have a quick coaching visit to the mound from Bob Brock. Bob saw something he didn't like. Bob now 405 and 443 in his 16th year at Sam. Of course, he won 3 national championships while coaching the Texas Aggies before he went back to his alma mater. 33rd season, 1,136 wins and 744 losses. He's 21-7 against HBU. So Bauer steps in. Cece had a rough day yesterday, went 0 for 7. But first pitch swinging, hits it far but foul down the left field line. Bauer now hitting .290, 4 doubles, 3 triples. She leads the Huskies in 8 home runs and with 22 runs batted in. She goes the other way on this foul ball. She's down to the count 0-2. One left and one right. We're just underway, 1-0 Sam in the bottom of the first inning. That one's low. Terry Peters, our plate umpire, was not with the crew yesterday. She's taking the place of Jared Arrington. 1-2 pitch, up and away, and evens the count at 2-2. It is a absolutely gorgeous day. Yesterday was nice, but it was breezy. Today, that wind has died down. And flags out in center field, just gently swaying from their flagpoles. 2-2, another foul ball. 80 degrees. And what makes it a San Diego type day, it's only 27% humidity. Expect the high, only a couple more degrees, a little bit more than that today. We said yesterday was perfect, today is even better. Two-two pitch to Bauer. It's high and the count is full. So Atkinson has gone full to both of the batters she has faced here in the first inning. Got Hawkes on a pop-up. Payoff pitch. Foul ball. Bauer hangs tough. Cece has seen a bunch of 9 and 10 and even more pitch at bats this year. Atkinson delivers. Another foul ball. Senior from Klein Collins High School. Ball 4. Sailed high, and the first base runner for the Huskies is on. One out, and Cassie James comes up. Junior from Little Cypress, Mauriceville, transfer from Angelina College. Cassie, leading hitter on the team by average now at .309. She went 2 for 6 in the doubleheader yesterday with a walk, 4 doubles, a triple, a home run, and 21 runs batted in. And here's a fly ball down. It's past Getz out in left field. Bauer steaming, and she'll get to third, and it's a 1-out double for James. Cassie with her 5th double of the year, swinging at the first pitch, and the Huskies have runners at second and third with 1 out. Nicole Shedd is the batter. Nicole popped out of her little slump yesterday, went 2 for 6 with a double and a home run. That was her 2nd home run of the year, her 8th double. Now has 15 runs batted in and now has the opportunity for a couple of more. First pitch she sees from Atkinson is up and away for ball 1. Bunt attempt, and it goes foul as the Huskies try to squeeze. 1 ball and 1 strike. Roger Wilhite down in the third base box has some traffic early today against Atkinson. He didn't have any in that first game yesterday, very much at all. The Huskies were shut out, never got a runner to third base. Had better success when she came in relief in game 2. Here's a fly ball foul, and now Shedd is down in the count. 1-2 as the ball goes into the parking lot behind first base. So Atkinson looks at that wristband. Now toes the slab. Here we go. Another foul ball, still 1-2. Nicole is the only Husky with a significant hitting streak now. She's hitting 3 straight, but only hitting .300 in those 3 for 10. The double, a home run, and 2 runs batted in. At 246 right now. Fly ball foul. That one sails over into the practice area behind the third base dugout. Foul ball's leaving the yard. So Terry Peters needed a replenishment. Still 1 ball and 2 strikes to Nicole Shedd, the junior from Universal City. Takes the ball outside, and it's 2-2. Bowers at third. She worked a full count walk on a bunch of pitches. Cassie James with a double. She's out at second. Here's a fly ball. That is hit well out left field, right on the line. Getz has it. Bauer comes in, and she's safe at home for a Huskies run. That is RBI number 16 on the year for Shedd on the sac fly. James also moves up to third. We have a tie game here in the bottom of the first inning. And Libby Brown will be the batter. Megan Crosby, the catcher, goes out to talk to Atkinson. And while she does that, Natalie Duran comes in from the first base box, gives some words of advice to Libby Brown. Libby, the junior from Bel Air High School, hitting .274. And takes ball 1, skipping in. Good stop by Crosby. Same defense for the Bearcats today as in both games yesterday. Corselman and Thompson on the left side of the infield. Bounds and Carpenter on the right side. That pitch is in for a strike. It's 1-1. Getz, McDonald, Belanger in the outfield, and Crosby, as we mentioned, is the catcher. We're tied at 1 in the bottom of the first inning. That one floats in. It's ball 2. Brown yesterday was over, but she did reach base twice with a couple of walks. Ground ball, that is to the shortstop. Long throw, and they just get her. Thompson had to go in the hole, but was able to balance herself and get a strong throw to first, and Brown is out. That would have scored another run if Brown had been just a bit quicker. But we've played one. The Huskies have tied it here in the bottom of the first at 1-1. This is Husky Softball on the Legacy Sports Network.
At Houston Federal Credit Union, we're dedicated to our members, our communities, and now the students, faculty, and employees of Houston Baptist University. From checking and savings accounts to loans, IRAs, money markets, and other financial tools, HFCU is ready to serve the HBU Huskies and their fans. Learn more today. Call 866-OUR-HFCU or log on to houstonfcu.org. Houston Federal Credit Union and the HBU Huskies. That's a doggone good team.
Houston Federal Credit Union is federally insured by NCUA.
International Brotherhood of Electric Workers, Local 716 in Houston, get up for work each day because we believe building schools to code matters. Because building Houston's hospitals correctly saves lives. Because training for 10,000 hours makes a difference. That's why we get up, because we want to make a difference. To be the best, hire the best.
IBEW, where skill and value lock arms. The time is now to hire IBEW electricians.
So we keep contact of the other games happening in the Southland today. Central Arkansas leading Northwestern State 1-0. They're in the bottom of the second inning now. I don't know if that matters to anybody but Sam. Megan Crosby, the leadoff hitter for the Bearcats here in the top of the second inning. And she takes ball one. Bearcats had a run on 2 hits, RBI single by Marino. There's a ball too high. Huskies tied it on the sac fly by Shed. Crosby at 244, 3 doubles, 2 triples, 6 home runs. She's knocked in 23. That one's low, and it's a 3-0 count. That's a strike. 3-1. As a leadoff hitter, Crosby has been very successful. 12 for 28. That's a .429 average, leading off an inning. This one won't help. Ground ball to Brown. She'll be less than that now, as the 6-3 putout is the first out of the inning. Ashley Gatz, the left fielder, is up now. Sophomore from Georgetown, hitting .261. Takes a strike. 2 doubles, her only extra base hits, 29 singles and 2 doubles, 9 runs batted in. Takes a ball inside, 1-1. Defensively for the Huskies, pretty static also. You have Brown and James on the left side of the infield, Yannick and Hires on the right side. Shed, Schrader, and Bauer in the outfield. Here's a sharp ground ball to Yannick. That means it's a quick out. 4-3 on that put out, and there are 2 outs here in the top of the second inning. Emily Bounds, the second baseman for Sam Houston State, the batter now, sophomore from Moody, Texas. Check swing, and it's a dribble foul. It's one of those where she checked it and it stayed fair briefly, and about a third of the way down the line it dribbled foul. It was one of those that if Hires had been able to accelerate and get it before it went foul, it would have been an easy out. Another pop-up down the right field line, hitting on top of Shed down there, and it's no balls and 2 strikes to Emily Bounds. Bounds yesterday was 3 for 6 with a double and a run scored. There's a ball. One ball and 2 strikes. Ground ball again to Yannick. Kind of reached out for that one, and Demi shovels it over to Hires for the third out. 3 ground ball outs against Mueller here in the second inning. Inning and a half. It's 1-1. Huskies and Bearcats on the Legacy Sports Network.
Coming to you in Living Cola.
The joy of cola. Pepsi Cola. Pepsi Cola. Jump in, just enjoy the ride. Take your time. Joy of bubbles, joy of fun, joy of Pepsi on your tongue. Greatest taste sensation under the sun.
Refreshing Pepsi Cola from the wonderful folks who put the R in cola.
Bill Cousins with you from Husky Field, a 1-1 game here as we go to the bottom of the second inning. And Megan Hires will be the leadoff hitter to the strains of the good, bad, and the ugly. Very unusual walk-up music. Megan, freshman from Pearland, hitting .234 her rookie season. 2 doubles, a triple, 2 home runs, 13 runs batted in. Had one of those home runs yesterday in game 2. Takes a strike. Went 2 for 6 on Friday with that home run and 2 runs batted in. Scored once. That one's low. It's 1-1. This will be the end of the season for the Huskies. But Sam Houston State trying to win it. They win it, they're in pretty much. That pitch just low for ball 2, 2-1. If not, they would need some help. They have a half-game lead over 3 other teams for the 4th spot. Teams eliminated so far, Stephen F., HBU, and Corpus. There's a ground ball to the third baseman. Corselman gets a Sunday hop on a Saturday afternoon and throws out Hires at first for the first out of the inning. Shea Bibby was the DP in yesterday's second game yesterday. She was 0 for 2, but did score a run after a walk. Also pitched in that second game as a reliever. She steps in now. She has a .211 batting average. And here's a little number down to the second baseman. Bounds to first, and there are 2 outs here in the bottom of the second. Now Demi Yannick, sophomore from Klein Collins High School, facing former high school teammate out in the circle, Taylor Atkinson. Demi at 187 on the season. Takes a ball. Eight doubles, 2 triples, or 2 home runs, and 17 runs batted in. Was 1 for 5 in the doubleheader yesterday, but that was a double. And it's ball 2 high. Demi now 3 for 14 in her career against Sam. The Huskies won 2 out of 3 in Huntsville last year. There's a strike. It's 2-1. Yannick sees the pitch hit the outer half, and umpire calls it a strike. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Yannick. And she pops this one up. Just in Straddling the line, Korselman gets it. And that is the third out of the inning. Atkinson retires the Huskies in order in the second inning. We've played two. It's still a 1-1 tie. This is Husky Softball on the Legacy Sports Network.
We're passionate, delivering expert neurological care for adults and children. We're dedicated, responding to neurotrauma and stroke with Lifelight in our Level 1 Trauma Center. We're persistent, restoring lives at our Tier Rehabilitation and Research Hospital. We are Memorial Hermann. And we're making neuroscience breakthroughs every day.
You just hit the flavor motherload. Guaranteed delicious. Firehouse subs are packed beyond belief with steaming hot premium meats and cheeses. Starting at only $5.49, it's gourmet subs without the gourmet prices. Just look at our club on a sub. And by look, he means try. Smoked turkey breast, Virginia honey ham, melty Monterey Jack, and bacony bacon.
Firehouse subs.
Starting at only $5.49. One bite, one taste, you're hooked.
Top of the third inning now, and the 9-hole hitter, Samantha Belanger, is the leadoff batter for the Bearcats. Bearcats scored their run in the first, so did the Huskies, and Belanger leads off with a single up the middle. Third hit of the game for Sam Houston State. Back to the top of the order, and Megan McDonald, who had the first hit, laid down a bunt that nobody could get to quick enough to make a play. See if a bunt's in order again here as she slaps one down to Libby Brown, and she is safe at first. Great speed going down that first baseline, and a little slapper. And the Bearcats have runners at first and second with nobody out. And now here is Tiffany Thompson. She put a sacrifice down her first time up, and she tries to bunt it here, but this one's fouled over toward the first base dugout occupied by the Bearcats.
Come on, Tiff.
Defensively, softball teams really have all the wheels turning on a bunt attempt. Corner infielders crashing hard. This time she pulls it back and takes it ball one high. This time she does try to bunt and misses it. So it's a 1-2 count now to Tiffany Thompson. Thompson, with that sac hit in the first inning, now has 8 on the season, but probably not going to have the opportunity here now with 2 strikes. There's a little pop-up down the left or the right field line, and it falls just a couple of feet foul. Not high enough for Yannick to motor over and make the play, and Hires had her back to the infield trying to make it, but just out of her reach too. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Thompson swings and misses. Big strikeout. First out of the inning, but frying pan meet the fire here. Here is Tori Korselman. She grounded out her first time up and tries to bunt here. It is a foul ball. Did not get out of the right-handed hitter's box, just barely foul, and now Garrett's going to ask, you want help on that? That's the umpire's call, big time. Plate umpire's call, and I think she was right. Hawkes went to third with the throw, and that was going to be a very close play there, but didn't matter because it was foul. No balls and 1 strike now to Corselman. She takes ball 1 high. Corselman with 9 doubles this year, 2 triples, only 1 home run, 20 runs batted in. She has an RBI opportunity with runner out at second. Slapper back to the mound, and going to first is Mueller. Runners move up. Thought Emily would have tried to get that lead runner, but Emily has had some throwing problems, throwing to first base. That was a factor in the first run that the Bearcats scored yesterday. So here is Hannah Marino, and she yanks the first one right down the left field line, but foul. So Emily quickly got that ground ball and threw it underhanded to Hires at first for the second out. Marino had the RBI single in the first inning. That ball is low, 1-1. That's her 19th run batted in this year, now hitting .340. Pitch is high. Here's a throw back down to third, but diving back in safely is Belanger. 2-1 the count. Another fly ball. That's hit well and out of the ballpark, but also foul. That may have reached Beechnut Street. Goodness, that was a long way. But the count's 2-2 to Marino. Right-handed hitter. And just low for ball 3. Marino very effective with runners in scoring positions. He's 12 for 25 this year. 6 of her 19 RBIs are with 2 outs. There's a ground ball up the middle, just past the glove of Mueller. Both runs come in to score, but Marino is tagged out at second base trying to advance, but it's a 2-run single. It makes it a 3-1 score. We have played 2.5. Sam Houston State's regained the lead at 3-1. This is Husky softball on the Legacy Sports Network.
Excuse me, is that your Diet Pepsi?
Sophia Vergara. Hi, yeah, this is my Diet Pepsi. I love Diet Pepsi.
Do you love every sip?
Nothing is better than drinking a refreshing Diet Pepsi and just reveling in its crisp, delicious taste.
Well, you know what they say. If you love something, let it go. And if it comes back, it was meant to be.
So I should set this Diet Pepsi free and wait for it to come back. Then it'll be more delicious than ever. Would you hold my Diet Pepsi for me?
I'd love to.
Thank you. What happens now?
Go, get out of here. It can't come back to you if you're standing next to it.
Thanks, Sophia. I'll wait for you, Diet Pepsi.
The only thing better than an ice-cold Diet Pepsi is a free ice-cold Diet Pepsi.
Love every sip at dietpepsi.com.
Other games in Southland play, McNeese State has opened up a 3-0 lead now over Southeastern Louisiana. The Cowgirls hitting in the top of the third inning. Also, Abilene Christian leading Stephen F. 4-0 in the top of the second. Central Arc leading Northwestern State up in Natchitoches in the top of the third inning. And a ground ball. Schrader, another really nice play by the shortstop Tiffany Thompson. She had to go in the hole and make the throw across her body and got Schrader. That's 2 really nice plays by Tiffany Thompson consecutively. So back to the top of the order now, and Heidi Hockes. Heidi popped out her first time, and now a meeting of the minds as Bob Brock comes out again. Other score game that started, A&M Corpus and Incarnate Word playing for the honor of being next to last place in the league. They're tied at 1 down the island, bottom of the second inning. Pretty much the top 3 seeds in the conference tournament are secured. Actually, McNeese will be the number 1 seed. Nichols and Lamar. Nichols is a game ahead of Lamar, and they're playing the rubber game of their series starting at 3 this afternoon, which means that pretty much the winner of that will be the number 2 seed. Abilene Christian and Incarnate Word transitioning to D1 once again. This is the last year of that, and that'll tighten up things next year in the conference race. So 1 out. Hockes is the batter. She popped out to first her first time up. And line drive, that is foul down the right field line. 1-1 the count. Huskies trying to come back once again. Sam scored a run in the top of the first. The Huskies tied it in the bottom of the inning. That pitch is away, 1-1. But Marino, with all the RBIs for the Bearcats today, playing her last regular season game. Got 3 runs batted in this game. 1-1. That's down and in. It's 2-1. I invite you to hang with us post-game. We will have a very special interview with our 2 seniors as they are being honored out on the field. We have pre-recorded an interview with Emily Mueller. There's a line drive to left. Short hopped by Getz, but the Huskies with their second hit of the game. Now Bauer comes up. Cece scored the run for the Huskies in the first on Shed's sac fly after she walked. But Cece and Emily, very nice little interview talking about their relationship as seniors through 4 seasons of softball here at HBU. First pitch, call that a strike, and it was 6 inches outside. And a long reach for Crosby to catch that one. I think it broke that much. Atkinson delivers. There's a fly ball hit well, but also well foul down the left field line. Cece now has 18 home runs for her career. There's a ball. 1-2. That is tied. Well, actually, that is 8th all-time at HBU right now. Sarah Cochran and Christian Schwertleth have 19 each. There's a line drive. That is going to drop for a base hit out to left field. And the Huskies have runners at first and second with 1 out. Now Cassie James, who had a double in the first inning. Cassie now at .315 on the season. Like she's going to end up being the Huskies' regular season batting champion. Here's a little looper. That's to right, and it is caught. Nice catch by the right fielder, and the throw comes in and gets away. And here's the play at home. She's safe. runners moved up on a nice catch out there by Belanger, but when she just launched it going to third when the runners were tagging up, and it got away. And coming in to score, they're doing an appeal saying that especially Bauer left early. But it doesn't look like anybody's making a call there. And now the umpires are getting together about whether they want to, because there was an appeal made, but our first base umpire, Craig Shargaloff, never made a call. It should have been the plate umpire going out, making sure that the runner would tagged up, because the first base umpire had to be out checking on the catch. All right. Garrett Valish is out there talking to Terry Peters now. But the Huskies scored a run here. That was on the error by the throw by Belanger. Huskies now have the tying run at third with Nicole Shedd coming up. And now the umpires are still discussing it with Valish. Now they called him safe. They called it safe. The conversation should be over because they went together, talked about it, but he's still, Valish, the assistant coach, is still making the discussion. Interesting in softball assistant coaches can go out and argue. In college baseball, if a assistant coach argues, he's automatically gone for any reason. Softball's a little bit more democratic. Anybody can gripe. So the play stands. And Shedd, who hit a sac fly to score the Huskies' first run, is up now with 2 outs, but tying a run over at third. That first run there, that run there that scored, unearned run. Atkinson standing out there waiting for the resolution of the argument. Throws ball 1. Curveball in for a strike, 1-1. Shedd now with 15 runs batted in this year. That was her 3rd sac fly. Huskies with a couple of hits so far in this inning. That's a fastball strike. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Shedd. Cole hitting about 80 points better with 2 outs this year. Regular batting average is .246. There's a swing, foul tip into the glove, and it's a swinging strikeout. The Huskies score a run on 2 hits. There was one very costly and bad error by the right fielder on that throw in. And we have played 3 complete. Sam Houston State with a 3-2 lead over the Huskies. This is Husky Softball on the Legacy Sports Network.
What's it mean for the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, Local 716, to send someone to your job site? It means electricians that pass basic trigonometry, calculus, or algebra are sent to your job site. It means electricians familiar with OSHA compliance are sent to your job site. It means IBW electricians made a conscious decision to improve their life and the lives of others. What does it mean? It means everything. To be the best, hire the best.
The time is now to hire IBEW.
Epic moments. Championship dreams. Share the experience with your family and friends. The 2017 NCAA Women's College World Series, June 1st through 7th at ASA Hall of Fame Stadium, OGE Energy Field in Oklahoma City. Visit ncaa.com/WCWS for your tickets today.
Moving on to the top of the fourth inning, 3-2 Sam Houston State going for the sweep. Series, regular season ending series here, and Cody Carpenter leading off takes a strike. Carpenter into a fielder's choice to end the first inning. Ground ball to Libby Brown. Pitch outside. It's 1-1 now, the count. Carpenter at 275 an average. Sophomore from Magnolia. Line drive back of the middle, right past Mueller, right past second base for a leadoff single. That is the 6th hit for the Bearcats. And the 3rd time in 4 innings in which they have had the leadoff runner on. Megan Crosby grounded out to short her first time up. Puts a bunt down. Hawkes to Yannick for the sacrifice. 2-4 on the putout. But the runner gets up to second base. The second sack bunt in this game for the Bearcats. And Ashley Getz starts to square, then squares back around and takes ball 1. Bearcats had 5 sack hits in the doubleheader yesterday, so let's do the addition. 7. That pitch is low. 2 balls and no strikes. Getz grounded out to Yannick, her first time up. 2-0. Popped up. Let's see. It's going to be out of play over past first base stands. So it's a 2-1 count. Southeastern Louisiana has scored a couple of runs in the top of the 4th inning, but they still trail McNeese 3-2 over in Hammond. McNeese swept them yesterday. Here's a ground ball to James, and now she faked a throw to first and then threw the ball back to Yannick, and they picked her off at second base. And Garrett Malish doesn't like that either. So that'll go as a fielder's choice, but James looked like had a chance to throw out Getz at first, but just had the violent arm action and was able to throw it back to second. Yannick was there. And that's the second out of the inning, but importantly, it gets a runner off of second base. Still a conversation going on out there. KDA Dare said something to our plate umpire, Terry Peters. And it's an out. It's confirmed there by Greg Shargaloff. Oh, gosh. Crosby has gone back out to second base even after the play was reaffirmed as a strikeout. Now the umpires are getting together, discussing it. But the Husky fans out there, and once again, they said, "You're out." Of course, in Beaumont, they'd let her stay anyhow. Where's the girl at first? What is she doing at first? Oh, what's she doing at the plate? Either that was a foul, like somebody thought it was a foul ball, and the runner would go back to first. Now she's, yeah. Now that's what we thought it was. Now Getz is going down to first base, and Crosby is going to the dugout. So that's 2 outs.
Second baseman, number 15, Emily Bounds.
No, Emily Bounds comes up. I think we're going to progress. I wasn't sure whether that was a foul ball hit off her foot or not as it dribbled down the third baseline. But that call was never made. Bounds takes ball 1 up and away. I sure wish the Southland could do something to get a little bit higher quality umpire. Here's a pop-up. This is to the right side, and Yannick makes the play. But every series we'll have some kind of problem with just more and more incompetence out there. For the Bearcats in the top of the 4th inning. They had a hit, left one on. We have played 3.5. It is 3-2 Sam Houston State. This is Husky Softball on the Legacy Sports Network.
Waiting for days to come like this, better than ever before. And now
We know travel isn't what it used to be. By the time you get where you're going, you've been through it all. So what if you knew there was a hotel that understands how hard your journey's been and spends all its time making up for it? At DoubleTree by Hilton, with more than 325 wonderful destinations around the world, we welcome our guests with a warm chocolate chip cookie. Our cookie serves as a symbol of our commitment to turn every little detail of your stay into a delight, preparing every comfort with care, making every touch special and every gesture true, giving that extra attention to the simple things, bringing humanity back to business and leisure travel so you can reconnect, relax, play, focus, smile. Welcome to DoubleTree by Hilton, where the little things mean everything.
Libby Brown will be leading off for the Huskies in the bottom of the 4th inning. Libby grounded out. Another good play by Tiffany Thompson. Threw her out to end the 1st inning. Libby steps in at 271 and takes the ball high. Huskies down 3-2. A line drive, there's a base hit. 4th hit of the game for the Huskies. Line drive into left center field. And the Huskies have a leadoff hitter on for the 2nd straight inning. And we're going to have a pitching change for Sam Houston State. Atkinson leaves, and Lindsay McLeod is going to come in. Tell you about her when we come back. This is Husky Softball on the Legacy Sports Network.
At the Memorial Hermann Ironman Sports Medicine Institute, we're dedicated to the dedicated, who lace up before sunrise, who don't let a hard hit keep them down, who want the ball when the game's on the line. So team up with the Memorial Hermann Ironman Sports Medicine Institute at Texas Medical Center, Memorial City, or the Woodlands, where our affiliated surgeons, specialists, and physical therapists offer all athletes the elite care they need to forge ahead.
Pepsi bubble for me money, any and every time, full of vibes, yes right? Don't ask me why.
Original Pepsi flavor, perfect price, satisfaction in action, just the right size.
When we crave that fresh Pepsi flavor, at the $60 Pepsi bubble on me favor, experience me savor.
At the bubble we drop, original pocket saver.
Get the original bubble for your money now. It full of taste plus the price right.
Original Pepsi flavor is nicer than nice. We draw for the bubble like up the right side.
Pepsi, live for now.
Lindsey McLeod, who really had it going yesterday in the second game of the doubleheader, had a no-hitter into the 5th inning. Comes on in relief now. Lindsey, yesterday we got the win in that game, but went only 4 2/3 innings. Ended up giving a home run to Megan Hires, and Megan is the batter now. On the season, McLeod 10-7 with a 3.01 earned run average. Hires tries to bunt, but it's fouled back up onto the screen. 0-1. Lets it go this time. Did square, but it's a ball 1-1. Brown with a single. She's over at first. The bunt, fouled. 1 ball and 2 strikes. I get the feeling Megan was not called on to bunt very much at Pearland High School. She does have 5 sack bunts this year, but with 2 strikes, probably not at this point. Pitch is away, and it's 2-2. Yesterday, Hires was 2 for 6 with that home run, a 2-run shot. That broke up the no-hitter. There's foul ball. Brown was moving on the pitch, but ball fouled back, and she'll return to first. Another foul ball. Still 2-2. Score is Sam Houston State 3, HBU 2. Sam running the first, 2 in the third. Huskies with single runs in the first and third innings. We're in the bottom of the 4th. Brown with a leadoff single at first. Here's a little defensive swing. It's poked foul out of play. Still 2-2. Stephen F. has scored a couple of runs. They now trail Evelyn Christian 4-2 in the bottom of the 3rd inning. That one's in there for a strike. Megan did not agree. Looked low, and Husky fans behind home plate didn't agree either. Shea Bibby comes up now. Shea grounded out to second her first time up. Shea now hitting even 200. Freshman from LaPorte steps in, hitting from the right side. It's Lindsey McLeod. There's a swing and a miss. No balls and 1 strike. McLeod wheels. That one's in there. 0-2 the count to Bibby. Demi Yannick is on deck. Bobby Brown with that leadoff single, still squatting over at first base. That one's away. 1-2. Another fastball from McLeod. Swing and a miss. 2 strikeouts. Now here's Demi Yannick. Demi popped out to Corselman right down the third baseline. Her first time up, so Demi's now at 185. This one a little bit low. It's 1 ball and no strikes. A little bit of a breeze a moment ago, but now the flags are limp. There's a ball high and a stolen base there by Brown. She gets down underneath the high throw from Crosby. It's 2 balls and no strikes, the count to Yannick, but now with a runner in scoring position here with 2 outs in the bottom of the 4th inning. Not many stolen bases for HBU this year. That's just not something they do. There's a strike. 2-1 the count. That's just the 4th stolen base this year and 4 attempts for Brown, but she is the team leader. Huskies have stolen 11 bases in 12 attempts. That pitch is high, and it's a 3-1 count now. One pitch has popped up into shallow center field. McDonald comes in just on the edge of the infield, makes the play. So the single, they get the runner to second, but that's it. And we have played 4 complete innings here in Houston. It is a 3-2 Sam Houston State lead over the Huskies. This is Husky Softball on the Legacy Sports Network.
You just hit the flavor motherload. Guaranteed delicious. Firehouse subs are packed beyond belief with steaming hot premium meats and cheeses. Starting at only $5.49, it's gourmet subs without the gourmet prices. Just look at our club on the sub. And by look, he means try. Smoked turkey breast, Virginia honey ham, melty Monterey Jack, and bacony bacon. Firehouse subs. Starting at only $5.49. One bite, one taste, you're hooked.
All right, everybody. If this one doesn't get your toe tapping, check your pulse. You may be dead. Here it is, coming to you in living cola. Refreshing Pepsi Cola. From the wonderful folks who put the in cola. I'll be signing off now, because it's my bedtime. I'll catch you on the flip side. Be there.
Through 4 innings, Sam Houston State 3 runs, 6 hits. They have made 1 error, left 2 on. HBU 2 runs, 4 hits, no errors, and the Huskies have had 3 runners stranded. 9-1-2 for Sam here in the top of the 5th inning. Samantha Belanger, who singled her first time up, takes ball 1 up and away from Emily Mueller. Emily has thrown 52 pitches now. 34 have been strikes, giving up those 6 hits, all 3 runs earned. No walks and 1 strikeout. Here's a fly ball hit down the left field side, but out of reach of Shedd or Brown trying to get over there. 1-1 the count. Looking at these other scores, Incarnate Word and Texas A&M Corpus Christi are tied at 1 in the bottom of the 4th inning. So for those two, they need to start placing runners in the 5th inning on that one. Don't go extras there. Bunt attempt foul. It's 1-2. Central Arc leading Northwestern State, still 2-1 there in the top of the 5th. Abilene Christian has increased its lead over Stephen F. Austin, 5-2 in the bottom of the 3rd inning. And still 3-2 McNeese over Southeastern. Cowboys batting in the 5th. Here's a ground ball to Yannick. She shovels it over to Hires, and there's one out. Megan McDonald has got a pair of hits today. Bunt single in the first inning and a slapper to the shortstop in the 3rd. She just easily beat out. Ball 1 is outside. So McDonald now at 280 on the season. That one's down and away. 2 balls and no strikes. Line drive caught by Brown, the shortstop.
Shortstop, number 6, Tiffany Thompson.
2 outs, nobody on. Tiffany Thompson, the batter. Mueller has only retired the Bearcats in order once. That was 7-8-9 in the second, or 6-7-8 in the second inning. Here's a ground ball to Libby Brown, and the throw over to first, and there's a quick one. 1, 2, 3 there, but that's a better group of hitters that time. Middle of the 5th inning, 3-2, Sam Houston State. This is Husky Softball on the Legacy Sports Network.
I'm here with the Kolache Factory Master Baker. And while many around here enjoy these old world treats for breakfast or lunch on the go, others still don't know what a kolache is. So we thought we'd get answers straight from the horse's mouth.
There are no horses here.
That's just an expression.
My expression remind you of horse?
It's a pleasure to see that you bring such authentic Eastern European tradition and craftsmanship to your baking.
We make dough from scratch daily and use only finest meats, cheeses, and fruits.
I see that, but what is a kolache?
One word.
Yes?
Delicious.
And?
Nutritious.
I was hoping for something more descriptive.
It's fresh.
Yes, but wouldn't you describe it as a lightly sweet roll baked with different ingredients inside? Like the popular sausage and cheese kolache.
Taste.
Oh,
see?
Oh, it's delicious. Folks, you have to experience a kolache for yourself. Just visit the Kolache Factory.
Delicious. A history of good taste.
Could I try another one?
Of course, of course. Come with me. I give you a very special kolache treat. Come here.
Thanks.
You're very skinny.
I know.
Kate Schrader leading off for the Huskies here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Kay hit a sharp ground ball. Looked like it was possibility of a base hit in the 56 hole. Her first time up, but Tiffany Thompson, another one of those really nice long throws to get her out. So Schrader hitting an even 200 right now. 0 for 1 in this game, but now 2 for 6. Take it back, she's hitting 215. Foul ball. The numbers aren't working right, part of the computer, so we'll start ignoring the ones that I don't like. 0-1 the count. Pitch from McLeod is just outside, 1-1. Schrader, Huckis, and Bauer facing the sophomore from Westlake here in the bottom of the 5th inning. That one's inside, and it's 2-1. Line drive, but foul. Huskies make great contact on balls that are hit 10 or 15% foul. Count is even at 2-2. There's a fly ball that Getz will handle easily. So the fly out to the left is the first out of the inning. Back to the top of the order. Heidi Hockes comes up now. Heidi popped out her first time up in the first inning, but singled in the third and came around to score on the throwing error by the right fielder Belanger. Thinks about a bunt, lets it go, but it was in there for a strike. And 1 the count to the Huskies, freshman from Wharton. Foul ball back into the screen, right on it, but just a tip foul. No balls and 2 strikes. Just a absolutely perfect day for softball here in Houston. Another pop up, another one out of play. It is warmed to 82 degrees. Swing and a miss. McLeod pulled the string on that one a little bit. Hockes was out in front and swings through it. 2 outs. Cece Bauer is 1 for 1 now. Cece walked and scored the Huskies' first run of the first inning. She was stranded at third in the third inning. Swings through this one. 0-1. Swings through another one. No balls and 2 strikes. McLeod came in the 4th inning and giving up 1 hit. There's a swing and a miss on a pitch high. So bang, bang, bang. Bauer is retired, and the squad Huskies are struck out 3 of them in that inning. 5 innings in the books. It is 3-2. Sam Houston State. This is Husky softball on the Legacy Sports Network.
Tammy and I have been going steady since high school.
Tammy and Tommy, 2 peas in a pod, as they say.
We have all the same friends. We like all the same things. I mean, we practically even have the same name.
But there's one thing we could just never agree on.
Soda.
I have been begging him all these years to just try Pepsi, and I knew he would change his tune.
Yeah.
So, finally, I had him take the Pepsi Taste Challenge. And go on, tell him what you told me, Tommy.
I'm a Pepsi man.
Right? Gosh, isn't Pepsi so good?
I tell you what, I don't know why I didn't try it sooner.
Me neither.
It's so crisp and refreshing and bubbly.
Like me.
Like you.
I'm always right.
She's always right.
All across the South, people are choosing the great taste of Pepsi. Take the Pepsi Taste Challenge and let your taste decide.
Defensive change for the Huskies. Amber Lotz comes in, and she'll be in center field for HBU. Kay Schrader leaves the game. So going to the 6th inning now. It's still a 3-2 game. That's how it's been since the 3rd inning. Corselman is the leadoff hitter for Sam Houston State. She takes the first 2 pitches outside the zone from Mueller. He has not walked anybody today. He's only recorded 1 strikeout. This will be the 61st pitch, and it's also outside. So it's 3-0. Lotz, the freshman from Bowie High School, the new center fielder for HBU. And it's a 4-pitch walk to Korselman. Now Hannah Marino comes up. Hannah is 2 for 2 with 3 runs batted in. Takes a ball. First pitch outside, ball 1. Marino now with 21 runs batted in. And now Mueller having some problems finding the strike zone. 2 balls and no strikes. 6 pitches this inning, all have been outside the zone, and there's another one outside. It is 3-0. That looked like almost a possible pitch out because Huckus was way outside when she caught that ball. And it's ball 4 again. So back-to-back walks starting the 6th inning for Sam Houston State. And we have a pinch runner at first. That is Copps once again, who's done that duty a couple of times so far in this game. Ashley Copps, a senior from George Ranch High School. So Marino will sit down.
Your attention, please. Now running at first base, for the Bearcats, number 7, Ashley Copps.
So it's Korselman at second, Copps at first, and Cody Carpenter was 1 for 2 today, and she puts a bunt down. They go back to third for 1, and they get that lead runner. So the fielder's choice is sacrifice is unsuccessful.
The catcher, number 8, Megan Crosby.
So here's Megan Crosby with 1 out, runner still at first and second. And she squared and then came back and took a ball up and away. Huskies, I don't think we're going for it, because Cassie James at third wasn't crashing. This one's low. 2 balls and no strikes. Crosby today is 0 for 1. Ground out in a sacrifice. Here's a fly ball hit out to center field. Lotz, well, Bauer stepped in front of her and made the catch. Freshman giving away to the senior out there.
Left fielder, number 10, Ashley Getz.
So 2 outs. And here's Ashley Getz, the left fielder. Getz is 0 for 2. And here's another ground out. That's a 6-4 put out at second base on the fielder's choice. And that's it. So the 2 walks, that's the exception that usually makes the rule. Walks usually score. But the put out is made at second for the 3rd out. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 2 left for the Bearcats in the 6th. The Huskies coming up in the bottom of the inning, trailing 3-2. This is Husky Softball on the Legacy Sports Network.
You just hit the flavor mother load. Guaranteed delicious. Firehouse subs are packed beyond belief with steaming hot premium meats and cheeses. Starting at only $5.49, it's gourmet subs without the gourmet prices. Just look at our club on a sub. And by look, he means try. Smoked turkey breast, Virginia honey ham, melty Monterey Jack, and bacony bacon.
Firehouse Subs.
Starting at only $5.49. One bite, one taste, you're hooked.
International Brotherhood of Electric Workers, Local 716 in Houston, get up for work each day because we believe building schools to code matters. Because building Houston's hospitals correctly saves lives. Because training for 10,000 hours makes a difference. That's why we get up, because we want to make a difference. To be the best, hire the best.
IBEW, where skill and value lock arms. The time is now to hire IBEW electricians.
Cassie James, who has a double in 2 trips today, is a leadoff hitter for the Huskies.
Third baseman, number 5, Cassie James.
Lindsey McLeod has given the Huskies very little since she's been in. And there's a strike. In fact, she has retired all 6 players she has faced, 4 strikeouts. Pitch is away. And the count's 1-1. Drew Brown, the last base runner for the Huskies in the 4th inning. Here's a foul ball into the seats. 1-2. Bearcats with 2 runs in the 3rd, coming in on a 2-run single by Hannah Marino, the DP. Another foul ball, straight back. Fastball just misses. 2-2. Here's a fly ball hit out to center, medium deep, and Megan McDonald underneath it. Now Nicole Shedd. 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th. The Huskies have been out hit 6-4. They trail 3-2. Sam Houston State has made the only error, which led directly to the Huskies' 2nd run. First pitch to Shedd is a strike. Cole hit a sac fly that knocked in the Huskies' first run in the 1st inning, and then was a strikeout victim in the 3rd. That one's away, 1-1. Here's another pop-up. This is Thompson, the shortstop, making the play. So that is 8 up and 8 down against McLeod. Libby Brown, the last Husky to reach base with that leadoff single off Atkinson in the 4th inning is the batter now. He fouls the first one. It's going to be over into the parking lot. Everybody holds their breath, especially the rookies that don't know where to park here at Husky Field. Park closer to the Morris Special Events Center. 0-1. 1-1 the count. That one's just outside. Count evens up now at 2-2 on the call strike. There's a ball high. So Olivia's worked the count full. Huskies have not solved the problem of Lindsey McLeod today. There's a foul ball, keeps Brown alive. 3-2. Another foul ball. They'll be hanging tough. Here we go. Fly ball hit out to right field, but going back is Belangi, just shy of the warning track for the 3rd out. So once again, McLeod retires the Huskies in order. We have played 6 innings. Sam Houston State still with a 3-2 lead. This is Husky softball, and you're on the Legacy Sports Network.
At Houston Federal Credit Union, we're dedicated to our members, our communities, and now the students, faculty, and employees of Houston Baptist University. From checking and savings accounts to loans, IRAs, money markets, and other financial tools, HFCU is ready to serve the HBU Huskies and their fans. Learn more today. Call 866-OUR-HFCU or log on to HoustonFCU.org. Houston Federal Credit Union and the HBU Huskies. That's a doggone good team.
Houston Federal Credit Union is federally insured by NCUA.
All right, everybody. If this one doesn't get your toe tapping, check your pulse. You may be dead. Here it is, coming to you in living cola. Refreshing Pepsi Cola. From the wonderful folks who put the in cola. I'll be signing off now, because it's my bedtime. I'll catch you on the flip side. Be there.
Emily Bounds, leadoff hitter, top of the 7th inning for Sam Houston State. Emily is 0-2 with a fly out and a ground out today. And Emily Mueller gives her a strike on the first pitch. There's a ground ball to Hires. She got it on the short hop. And it's an easy put out there.
Number 19, Samantha Belangi.
Now Belangi comes up. Samantha is 1 for 2 in this game. Steps in with a .230 batting average. Here's a little pop-up that's going to be out in shallow left center field, and Libby Brown going back over the shoulder catch, and there are 2 outs.
Number 9, Megan McDonald.
Top of the order again for Megan McDonald, who's got a couple of short infield hits today. And she takes strike 1. McDonald now at 278. 2 outs when the Huskies come up in the bottom of the 7th inning. Megan Hires will be the leadoff hitter. Here's a line drive that is out to left field, but caught by Shedd. She moved over into left center field. That was hit pretty well. Good defensive play, so the Huskies down to their last 3 outs in this one, trying to tie it up and end the season on a positive note. Huskies with a 3-2 deficit going into the bottom of the 7th inning.
Are you a graduate of Houston Baptist University? Did you know the value of your degree increases when you actively participate in the HBU Alumni Association? Your Alumni Association actively supports the growth, retention, and ranking of our school by our scholarship efforts. Husky Alumni Network volunteers actively work to recruit the best and brightest to HBU, and we promote and support programs intended to build a growing network of people committed to quality, higher Christian education through our alumni scholarship efforts. We also work to strengthen the bond between our university and the community, and we're your connection to over 18,000 fellow alumni, mostly in and around the Houston metro area. Log on to learn more about our mission and your privileges and benefits at hbu.edu/alumni, and find us via social media on Facebook at the Houston Baptist University Alumni Association page, and on Twitter and Instagram at HBU_alumni. But no matter how you do it, connect with the HBU Alumni Association, because a strong alumni base equals a strong HBU.
Hires, Bibby, and Yannick scheduled to come up for the Huskies, although I see Brooke Bushman with a bat in the on-deck circle. So we'll probably have a pinch hitter for Bibby coming up. Hires 0 for 2 today. A strikeout and a ground out. She had a home run off of this pitcher yesterday, a 2-run shot. And the first pitch hits the outer half for a strike. Hires spoiled McLeod's no-hit bid in the second game of yesterday's doubleheader. That pitch is away. It's 1-1. Always checking that wristband. That fastball outer half for a strike, and it's 1-2 strikes to Hires. Megan steps out of the box, or it used to be the box. All the paint has gone away. 1-2 pitch. That's up and away. It's 2-2. Huskies have not had a base runner against this young lady. That was a pitch up and away. It's 3-2. She is came in relief, one batter into the 4th inning. And has not allowed a base runner since. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Line drive, that is one hopped by Bounds. Second baseman throws out Yannick, or throws out Hires, and that is the first out. Now Bushman will hit for Bibby. Brooks sophomore from Ridge Point High School. Bushman comes in at 262 on the season, 4 doubles, 1 triple, 2 home runs. She's knocked in 11 runs. But 0 for 1 as a pinch hitter this year. 3 for 20 as a pinch hitter for her career. But that's what she is right now, with 1 out here in the bottom of the 7th. And the first pitch she sees is in for a strike from Lindsey McLeod. Left-handed hitter, trying to get something started for the Huskies. Demi Yannick is on deck. Foul ball back into the screen, and it's no balls and 2 strikes to Bushman. McLeod in 3 1/3 innings has not walked anybody. She struck out 4. 54 pitches, 37 strikes. Here's a fly ball. That's hit high. It's going to be playable for Belangi in foul territory. And that's 2 outs. So here's Demi Yannick. Demi, 2 fly ball outs today. Average is dipped down. Takes ball 1 outside. She's the Huskies' last hope. And Amber Lotz, the batter on deck. Here's a pop-up out of play. One and 1 the count. Well, actually, that is Kay Schrader that has come back out on deck. She would re-enter. Here's a pop-up, and it's going to be into the seats. Caught by a Bearcat fan, as Erica Reyes is our celebrity ball girl. Erica and Patty Waldrop were our celebrity ball girls today. So Yannick is down in the count, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Last hope for the Huskies here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Down 3-2 with 2 outs here. And here's a pop-up, and it is back, and it's up on the screen right behind home plate. New ammunition to Terry Peters, our plate umpire. 1 and 2, still the count to Yannick. McLeod delivers, swings, through it, tipped into the glove of Crosby. A strikeout ends it. It ends the season for the Huskies. Our final score was Sam Houston State 3 and HBU 2. Post-game show coming up. This is Husky Softball on the Legacy Sports Network.
Tammy and I have been going steady since high school.
Tammy and Tommy, 2 peas in a pod, as they say.
We have all the same friends. We like all the same things. I mean, we practically even have the same name.
But there's one thing we could just never agree on.
Soda.
I have been begging him all these years to just try Pepsi, and I knew he would change his tune.
Yeah.
So, finally, I had him take the Pepsi Taste Challenge. And go on, tell him what you told me, Tommy.
I'm a Pepsi man.
Right? Gosh, isn't Pepsi so good?
I tell you what, I don't know why I didn't try it sooner.
Me neither.
It's so crisp and refreshing and bubbly.
Like me.
Like you.
I'm always right.
She's always right.
All across the South, people are choosing the great taste of Pepsi. Take the Pepsi Taste Challenge and let your taste decide.
We're passionate, delivering expert neurological care for adults and children. We're dedicated, responding to neurotrauma and stroke with Lifelight in our Level 1 Trauma Center. We're persistent, restoring lives at our Tier Rehabilitation and Research Hospital. We are Memorial Hermann. And we're making neuroscience breakthroughs every day.
The real story is I'm in here every morning and have sampled just about every kolache that they make here.
Bacon, egg, and cheese on wheat for me, and then the rest is for the office. So yes, I'll pick up every Friday. I'll stop by here and pick up some for my groups.
Well, I used to think it was just fruit-filled stuff, and then I came here and there's eggs and bacon and cheese and all kinds of good stuff in there. It's like a whole breakfast in a bun. It's great.
It's always a good thing if you can eat healthy and not know it.
When you drive down the street looking for something to eat, you're going to pass 5 places to buy a sandwich, 6 places to buy a burger. There's only one place you can get a kolache, and that's Kolache Factory. It's delicious. You're going to have people that try to copy you, but they're not going to do it as well. We know what we're doing. We've been doing it for 25 years. We do it the best, and our success proves that.
Houston's own Kolache Factory, the freshest, highest quality, best tasting kolaches in town. Over 50 Houston area locations and a proud partner of HBU Athletics.
This is the HBUHuskies Sports Network, powered by Legacy Sports.
Final totals in this afternoon's game, the season finale for the Huskies. Sam Houston State wins it 3-2. 3 runs, 6 hits, 1 error, and 4 runners left on base. For the Bearcats, for HBU, 4 runs, 2 runs, 4 hits, no errors, and 3 runners left on base. Lindsey McLeod coming in relief, throws 4 perfect innings and wins her 11th game of the year against 7 losses. And Emily Mueller ends her career with an 8-16 record. Another complete game for Emily. That was her 13th this year, but gave up 3 runs, and that was all it took. All the runs knocked in by Hannah Marino with an RBI single in the first inning and a 2-run single in the 3rd inning. We played scoreless ball the last 4 innings. For a final of 3-2, Sam Houston State over HBU. Only extra base hit of the game was Cassie James' double, which helped the Huskies score their run in the first inning. That came in on a sac fly by Nicole Shedd. The other run was an unearned run that came in the bottom of the 3rd inning after the throwing error by Belanger out in right field, the only error of the game. Huskies end the season now 17-26. They're 8-19 in Southland play. Sam Houston State improves to 23-25, but more importantly, they're 14-13 in conference play, and they have clinched a spot into the conference tournament with that result today. Now, take a look at the other scores going on in the Southland right now. Bottom of the 7th inning with a couple of outs. Central Arkansas leading Northwestern State 2-1. And that may clinch a spot for Central Ark in the tournament. As coming into today's game, Sam was a half game ahead of Southeastern, Central Arkansas, and Northwestern State. And it may eliminate Northwestern State. They do have another game to play today. Abilene Christian, first game of their doubleheader, out in Abilene leading Stephen F. Austin 5-2. That's in the bottom of the 6th inning. McNeese leading Southeastern Louisiana 7-4 in the top of the 6th inning. That's in Hammond. That is the first game of a doubleheader there. And out in Corpus, oh my gosh, they're going to keep playing. Incarnate Word and A.M. Corpus Christi, the 2 strongest teams in the league, because everybody's ahead of them. They're tied at 1 in the bottom of the 7th inning. Stay with us now. We're going to have a special post-interview with our 2 seniors, Emily Mueller and Cece Bauer, coming up. You'll want to stay for that. This is Husky Softball on the Legacy Sports Network.
I've been waiting for days to come like this, better than ever before. And now I
We know travel isn't what it used to be. By the time you get where you're going, you've been through it all. So what if you knew there was a hotel that understands how hard your journey's been and spends all its time making up for it? At DoubleTree by Hilton, with more than 325 wonderful destinations around the world, we welcome our guests with a warm chocolate chip cookie. Our cookie serves as a symbol of our commitment to turn every little detail of your stay into a delight, preparing every comfort with care, making every touch special and every gesture true, giving that extra attention to the simple things, bringing humanity back to business and leisure travel so you can reconnect, relax, play, focus, smile. Welcome to DoubleTree by Hilton, where the little things mean everything.
Are you looking for a totally free checking account? Houston Federal Credit Union has it, and it's packed with free services like mobile banking with person-to-person transfers and mobile bill pay. And Houston Federal Credit Union is a proud supporter of HBU athletics. So stop by their office at 6808 Bentliff Drive and experience a better way of banking. Visit HoustonFCU.org for more information. Houston Federal Credit Union, the official credit union of HBU.
Houston Federal Credit Union is federally insured by NCUA.
The good news is America is coming back. More jobs, more building, more of what makes our country great. And more cities and towns, more small businesses and big corporations are choosing the highly skilled, highly trained members of the IBEW to do the work. The International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers is committed to doing the job right, on time, safely. America's making a big comeback, and the IBEW is proud to do our part.
I'm with the two Husky seniors right now, Emily Mueller and Cece Bauer. And ladies, it's been 4 years of good times and bad times, and this year it all ends right now. Emily, first from you, what do you take away from your 4 years here at HBU?
I take a lifetime of memories, an amazing education, and some really great, wonderful friendships. Yeah, we played softball and played a lot of 7-inning games, played a lot of 12-inning games. Just kidding, just one. But yeah, just memories, and that's probably the one thing that's going to be able to, I guess, make me smile when I look back on HBU and HBU softball.
Cece, what do you remember from your last 4 years?
You don't really remember the individual games or, the outcomes of scores. If you got hits, you remember the friendships you made and the bus rides and the hotels. So I think that the thing that I take the most away is just the friendships that I've built and the connections that I've made. And I got a wonderful education here, and I couldn't have done it without my team and without the coaches.
Every year, part of the Senior Day celebration is your teammates give you well wishes, but a lot of times the seniors don't give each other well wishes. Cece, what do you want to tell Emily about your remembrances of her? Any special moments or anything from the last 4 years?
We after our first semester, we might have not thought we were going to be the bestest of friends, but that definitely changed. Your first spring softball season really brings you closer together, and it started a great friendship, and I wouldn't have wanted it any other way. And I'm so happy that I met her and that we've developed the friendship that we have, and I can't wait to keep developing it into adulthood, and I'm just blessed to have such a best friend that I've met here at HBU.
Emily?
I don't know if I could top that. I'll have to top it for the toast at your wedding, my maid of honor speech, but I mean, I really can't add anything to that. I wouldn't want it any other way, just going out the two of us, so.
Girls, I've enjoyed the last couple of years that I've been around you, and good luck in the future.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Nice touch to the end of the careers of Cece and Emily. Unfortunately, it didn't translate out on the field as the Huskies finished the season with his 3-2 loss to Sam Houston State. I'm Bill Cousins. I hope you enjoyed our broadcast this year here on the Legacy Sports Network. I want to thank a lot of people here at HBU, Jeff Sutton, Scott Tarrant, and the people of other SIDs throughout the league and college softball that have helped us with these broadcasts. Huskies finished the season, and we'll be looking forward to better things coming up in the future here at HBU. Once again, our final score was Sam Houston State 3 and Houston Baptist University 2. Once again, I'm Bill Cousins, and thanks for listening. I appreciate it. Good night, everybody.
You've been listening to HBU Husky Sports on the Husky Sports Network, powered by the Legacy Sports Network. HBU Athletics thanks our corporate sponsors who make these broadcasts available. Houston Federal Credit Union, the Memorial Hermann Healthcare System, Pepsi, IBEW Local 716, Firehouse Subs, Kolache Factory, HUB International, and Doubletree Suites Hotels. That wraps it up for now, and until we see you next time, so long, and dogs up.